Good morning. Times Square's starting to get busy. My memories of Times Square are... Well, I say memories. Do you see what happened there? Did you see what happened there? I said my memories of Times Square. I've never been in Times Square before. So, what am I talking about? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Spider-Man 2. The Spider-Man 2 game, remember? Because in Spider-Man 2, we swung about here, right? This is where we swung about. I know I'm right here, lived in a hotel, right bang on it. And all my recollections are kind of about that Spider-Man game, and it just shows you, it's like how much of this city is hardwired into our brains because of, not just video games of course, but just because of how much it's in our culture, you know what I mean? The amount of things that are set here, and a lot of video games have been set here. A lot of video games of, even ones that aren't set here, have tried to simulate this kind of vibe. You know, this has been what the level designers of these open world games have often been inspired by, is this kind of deal. And look at it, it's exciting. You understand why. It's fucking chaos here, by the way. Like last night, the protest was on. NYPD were out on their motorbikes. A couple of people were arrested. It was kind of chaotic and kind of scary feeling.
Oh man.
A righteous protest, no doubt, but when you're no faith here, you kind of forget stuff. You forget, oh, people have guns here, you know what I mean? So for a wee minute we were kind of stoned and watching the protest going, well, this is, you know, fucking quite right. That's a disgrace. Police, let them protest. And then you kind of think to yourself, maybe we should move on actually in case something kicks off. So it's a city with a bit of peril as well, so that's probably another reason why so many video games have been so inspired by a place like this. Because it's dramatic, you know? It's a thrilling place. Even when sometimes, you know, like the protest, you could hardly call that thrilling, but every street corner you go to, there's a wee sense of something could happen here. There could be a surprise waiting for me around every corner, and that must be compelling for video game designers, you know? But I suppose it's also a recognition thing. Because when you look around you at all these big buildings, you realise why a character like Spider-Man would have been created to exist somewhere like this. You think about games that we played like Crackdown and stuff, all about scaling these big skyscrapers. We don't have skyscrapers in Scotland. We had the Red Road Flats, that was it. And they came down. I wonder what the Red Road Flats would have looked like here, in the middle of all this. Gorgeous wife. Times Square. I won't be forgetting this in a hurry. What an amazing Christmas present from gorgeous wife. Thumbs up from gorgeous wife.
I got sent this game called Cat Toys. He's got a wee love heart on his chest. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's called Cat Toys. Somebody sent me it. I think it's an indie game. I think I didn't spot any EA logos on it or anything. I think it's an indie game. There's a giant nose hammering my spaceship. And then I'll crash land on a desert planet. Or a desert part of a planet. Oh, I suppose there'll be that orange bit that I crash land on because it's in a desert. For then on, it's like a puzzle adventure game. Different environments. Here it's Catoys, it's called. Can't I stop thinking about darts? You know that way when you start getting darts videos recommended to you, probably because you've typed in top darts 2023 into your YouTube. It's reminding me just how brilliant darts are. They're so hypnotising. And the athletes. This is the current world champion, John Lowe, throwing a 9-darter for the first time ever in the history of mankind. And that happened just, unless the video that I've downloaded has been mislabelled, that happened just this year. $180 on the Xbox Series X. I like the way that colour doesn't quite fit his t-shirt there. Gameplay wise, can't fault it really. It's as good as, darts games in a way are quite kind of communist in that they don't, well, apart from this, you'll remember, if you don't remember playing this, you'll definitely remember it being on Games Master. Probably most of you will just remember it for being on Games Master. It's not a darts game. I've probably made a lot of axe throwing geeks really angry there. Cutting back to darts. It's Bullseye the Cow from, your childhood, if you're the same age as me. That's no the Bullseye. That isn't the right. Hello? Look at the eyes on Bully. Look at the intensity. He's had 17 pints as well and he's still wired right in. Fucking loves his darts, doesn't he, Bully? I was saying they're very communist darts because this is actually for 2017, this game. On the, let me try and get that lie straight. PlayStation 3? Oh, there's a date on screen. Dennis, the date was on screen there, should I just carry on? Or, you'll just take it out. Dennis is the guy that works in the sound booth with me here. Just carry on. Dennis says he'll take out the date later in the edits, that's fine. I was saying darts, they're very communist. They don't really change much throughout the years. They're pretty much, they've mastered it. I think what's happening is that the people that are into darts are so into darts that they can't. Quite a 1980s word bust, isn't it? As I'm saying, people that are into darts are so into darts that they've not got time. They can't be making better games, which is going to interfere, obviously, with the amount of time that you've got to play darts, which is what you want to do when you're into darts. Dennis, am I saying darts too much? I feel like it's losing its meaning for me, I think, because I'm just repeating the word over and over again. Darts, 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 you know what I mean? This is what happens. This is exactly why there aren't better darts games, because a kind of darts hysteria comes out of you when you spend too much time around darts and listening to darts music. I don't even know what darts music is, but somehow all the music starts to become darts music and you're wearing darts clays and you're saying darts things and you're actually turning into darts.
Now, I love scary films. Big horror film fan all my life. I can't say, if I'm being honest, that I've played too many horror games that I've loved. But recently, I've been having a great experience with my daughter, Hope, because she turned round one night and said that she wanted to play Until Dawn. Now, I don't know if this is like an online thing, TikTok, YouTube or something. She'd heard about it. And she was like, I heard this is good. So we played Until Dawn. I'd played it before. I had a great time playing it. And then I got The Quarry. I want to talk to you about The Quarry for a wee minute, if you'll allow me. Now, I kind of read middling reviews for The Quarry. A lot of places saying it's not as good as Until Dawn. So I'd kind of tempered my expectations a wee bit. But I was playing it because Hope wanted to play it. And we wanted to do that thing, where we both sit on the couch and play together, have shots each. And Until Dawn, when you do that thing, you're just kind of chapter by chapter passing the controller to each other. But The Quarry does a cool thing where you choose which characters you want to take control of it at the start of the game. It kind of assigns characters to each player. So if a scene goes to one particular character, if it goes to Ryan, for example, who is one of our favourite characters in The Quarry. I don't mean Ryan out of Consolevania. He is one of my least favourite characters in Consolevania. But my favourite character in... No, my favourite character in The Quarry is Ryan. Look, I like Ryan. I like both Ryans, all right? But I was Ryan in The Quarry, and when Ryan had a scene, the controller would come to me. Simple as that. Now, what I didn't realise was that when the PlayStation 5 captures footage of your achievements, it also records your audio for your controller.
Fucking disaster.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear my daughter saying fucking disaster?
Fucking disaster.
Give them a longer build up and all that. It's longer. What's that? What? Huh? Did you hear me eating crisps? Oh, it's hot. What? Huh? I didn't know it did that. I didn't know this did that. I think a reason why a lot of people didn't like The Quarry as much as Until Dawn is it takes a longer time to get going. I like that. I like the fact that it took time with the characters. You got to know the characters far more in The Quarry. And I really like the fact that the game felt very contained in its own wee universe. You see, despite it being what I imagine is a big budget video game, must be a big budget, the game looks incredible. It's gorgeous looking. It's got real actors in it and everything. Ted Raimi's in it. Sam Raimi's brother, who if you're a horror film fan, you'll know that you see Ted Raimi in everything, about 100 horror films he's been in. And it feels, even though it's got that budget, it feels like a kind of wee low budget horror setup. You know, you've got these kids, they've went up to this summer camp, they're closing up the summer camp, they decide to have one more night in the place up at the quarry, and stuff happens overnight, crazy stuff happens overnight. But it's a kind of small cast of characters, Lance Henriksen creeping about and all that. It's just, there's a lot there for the horror film aficionado to get into. These games, I think, they'll walk a very, very precarious line, because what can't happen in them is you can't have characters all dying too early. It has to get to an end point. You have to get a kind of full video game experience out of it. The Quarry is maybe a wee bit longer than it needs to be. You could probably take a couple of hours out of it without too much worry. But the problem is it's a full price game and people feel bumped if they don't get that big kind of 9-hour experience. Could have been shorter, I think. However, having said that, really enjoyed it, because there aren't many experiences like this on video game systems, where it's almost like a participating watching experience. The game-related parts of the Quarry are not super involved. There isn't a lot involved. You don't need to be experienced at playing video games to play them. Even the quick time event stuff that happens in it is very simple. You can get caught out sometimes. You can still get a wee bit stressed and get caught out and push the wrong direction or something. But you usually have plenty of time to input your command and stuff like that. It's very rare that you'll make a mistake and get somebody killed. But it's that experience that's key. These are some of the best gaming experiences I've had, sitting with my daughter and playing through Until Dawn and now playing through The Quarry. And having that thrill when you approach the end of the game. Oh, whose turn is it going to be next? Oh no, it's me, it's in control, I need to deal with this. Oh no, I got this person killed. Oh, what decision do I make? What will I say? What will I do? That's an amazing experience to share. You're choosing the path through the story together. And I wish there were more experiences like this. Maybe even some experiences that lean a wee bit further into the kind of more hardcore gaming. You know, a wee bit of difficulty in there might be good. But I just want to see more of this. Well, I hope Supermassive Games who make this kind of stuff just kind of keep doing this and keep refining and keep improving the writing and keep improving their techniques for delivering this kind of experience, because I just really think it's special. I think it's a great thing for couples, great thing for fathers and children. I don't imagine, however, that it's a fantastic experience if you're doing it alone. I think there's a lot that comes out of being in a room doing it together, you know what I mean? I think you need to come with people you can participate in the experience with. It's much like watching a horror film. Watching a horror film is always far more fun when you've got somebody else in the room, and less fun when you're watching it yourself. Not because of the scary thing, but just because it's fun to share in that thrilling experience with somebody else that you love. Me and Ryan back in the day, we used to watch a fair amount of horror films, the two of us eating a curry, watching a lot of shite that would go for Azad video around the corner. And they're great days, you know. And games like this, your quarry, they hark back to these great days. Get a go. If you passed it by, you'll get it cheaper now.
You're watching the roundup of games that to look forward to in 2023. It's not all of the games that are coming out in 2023, it's just a list of games that I would quite like to have a good look at in 2023. Welcome to Consolevania's look at the games of 2023. This is a Highland Song. A Highland Song is some kind of side-scrolling story game, and the voices in it are nice and Scottish. They're no patronising or they're no stereotypical in any way that I can tell from what I've seen so far. It seems to have a little bit of a kind of rhythm game type thing going on. It seems very meditative and very relaxing, so I'm very much looking forward to checking this out, even though it might not be very good. I've got a theory that they're just going to keep bringing out Street Fighter games into Street Fighter 6, you know what I mean? Did they really even need any after Street Fighter 2? I'm not too sure. But they're just going to keep bringing these games out until the characters are so inflated and so muscular that there isn't really any room on screen to move them left or right. Humans that big wouldn't even be able to fight. They wouldn't be able to move their arms fast enough to be able to hit you. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm not actually sure, obviously. COCOON does not star Steve Guttenberg, unfortunately, but it is by the lead gameplay designer of Inside and Limbo, so that's something to look forward to. It's a very pretty and satisfying looking little thing. There's a transition coming up in this little trailer that you're watching that might sell the game. You wait for it, have a look, wait, watch. Wait, watch. Woo! I want it. Starfield is the first new game universe that Bethesda have made in 25 years, and it looks about as slick as you would expect it to look. What I found confusing so far about what's been released is that they go into great depth about how much customization there is for your character, but to present the videos they've got this kind of really badly animated kind of budget Tom Cruise. He looks roughly the right height and dimensions, but it's just as if he's like got a worse diet or something, or he's not getting as much sex as Tom Cruise. I'm most definitely intrigued by Starfield, but that thing has happened where I'm watching all the information that they're throwing at us and thinking, I think I might have actually been more interested in this game if it cost like 1/100th of the budget that it's got. Because Starfield seems to be doing that thing where it's just absolutely, as you would expect for Bethesda, I suppose, absolutely bloody massive, and you're going to have to take about 6 months off work to get the mess out of it. El Paso elsewhere is much more my cup of tea. It looks as if it cost about 60 quid to make. It's managing to look very Max Payne, but also a bit Lovecraftian, and it looks a wee bit like it's kind of crossing across different genres and decades of games. It seems to have quite a few different influences, and you'll not know until you play it, obviously, until you know how it plays, but it's definitely piqued my interest. It looks like it could be a right good romp. A right good fun romp. Hello? Planet of Lana is a puzzle adventure game that apparently spans across centuries and different galaxies, and apparently also is hand painted. And as you can see from looking at it, it's absolutely beautiful. It's the type of world that would make your Liz Lemon for 30 Rock say,
I want to go to there.
I know, Liz, I absolutely agree with you. I'm getting some very nice and strong and good vibes from this game. I hope it's not that they've just got a good trailer. I hope these are genuine vibes that I'm feeling, because I could do with some vibes this year from a beautiful, calming game. I spoke about Knuckle Sandwich last year on Consolevania. It looks like a kind of like a load of graphical vomit is what it looks like, but very stylised graphical vomit. And when I played the demo last year, it blew me away in so much as that it was actually funny. Like, I was like, oh my god, this actually getting laughs out of me, this game, and look at how much attention to detail and how much time has been spent on it. I just think it's going to be a really good, fun experience, Knuckle Sandwich. I'm really looking forward to it. And the music's brilliant and all. Supposedly, this is coming out in May this year. I've not heard of any slips yet, So supposedly, just in a few months, just a tiny few months, we'll be playing Tears of the Kingdom. But I think it's going to slip, personally. I think there's no way they're going to get it out in time. We're going to make it until about end of March, beginning of April, I think, before there's a Japanese guy in a suit saying, please understand, and we'll be playing this in 2024. Sea of Stars incredibly started its life as a Kickstarter, and my god, it's so pretty. It's so lovely looking. Let's go fishing in it. As you can see, I don't need to explain games to you. You can see yourself that it's a turn-based, retro-style RPG, but my god, the attention to detail was just staggering. It's a prequel, seemingly, to The Messenger. It's a hell of a looker. Very, very beautiful. Getting big Owlboy vibes off of it, probably just because all the characters are jiggling about so much, the way everybody did in Owlboy. But there's no two ways about it. This is a stunning looking thing that I'm very keen to get my hands on. Don't know why I sounded so sinister when I said that. Managed to not actually hear much about this game, managed to avoid any hype that may be out there, but it looks like quite a slick operation that they've got going on with the plucky squire. It could just be a bit of a baby game for little babies and do I use the C word? Casuals. Hopefully it's got a lot of substance to it though, because as I say, it looks very, very, very slick. It's called The Fucky Choir. Two Falls Nishu Takuashina is a narrative-driven game that could well be a complete waste of everybody's time. I don't know, it has a wee bit of a kind of PSVR stink about it, but I'm intrigued by it because the environment looks lovely and you're experiencing the environment in from two different characters in two different times. So everything there's a bit of a alternate timeline type thing going on that's intriguing to me. Don't blame me if it's crap. The Big Catch is another Kickstarter game, and look at how this game looks. I'm just absolutely blown away by the visuals of this game. It really is giving me heavy PS1 vibes, like a Pandemonium or something like that, but I'm really in love with the graphical style of it. Who knows how it's going to play? It's going to have to play impeccably, because what you definitely don't want is to recreate the frustration of the early 3D platformer games and how crap the cameras and stuff used to be. They've built a beautifully colourful world. The music sounds like something out of Klonoa. It just looks like there's an awful lot happening in the game, so I've got very, very high hopes of it. I really, really hope this is good. And if it's no good, it's no my fault, it's not even their fault. I'm going to be blaming the Tories. Season A Letter to the Future is the final game on this list, and it's a wee bit of a cheat because it's actually already been released. It's released on the 31st of January, which is too late to cover it on Consolevania, but I'm really, really intrigued by this game because it really seems to have a lot of melancholy about it. You're going through a world which is apparently about to experience some kind of cataclysmic event, so you're documenting a lot of things that you see in the game and the world by taking pictures as you move through it. I've got absolutely no idea what the plot of the story is other than shit's about to go down, and it seems to be quite a meditative experience, quite a relaxed experience, as sad as it is. That field with the purple flowers really reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 3, which is another good reason to play it. So that's my list of 2023 games that I'm looking forward to. There's probably more that I missed, but I hope that you maybe picked up a few tips for yourself there. All the very best to you in the year of 2023, and to all of the people around you that have to put up with you as well.
So here we have our young team all complaining about the controls on GoldenEye. I mean, are you serious? Yous are lucky enough to have GoldenEye N64 delivered into your modern systems, and you're going to be complaining about how the controls are set up? Nah, let's take a look ourselves. Let all schoolboys take a look at how it works ourselves. Look at this. Look at how sharp that is. It's great to be back at the Dam, one of the greatest levels in video game history. Let's do some damage. Right, so the left stick moves like this, and the right stick strafing, and right. Okay, so the left trigger to left shoulder to. Oh man, Hold on. Right, hold on, let me... Right. It just takes a second to get used to it, that's all. Just takes a minute to get used to it, that's it. Here we go. Sniper now, here we go now. Snipe time. Right, here we go, right in the head. Right in the dome, watch this, right between the eyes. Hold on, right between the eyes, hold on, right between the eyes. Here we go, the boss all day. The boss all day. Listen, the boss all day. Jeez Louise. Thank God about the N64 controllers. Right, here we go. Just need to snipe these boys in this bunker here. One sec. Come on, one sec. Oh, right, hold on.
Here's a question for you. Do you remember Barefoot on the Lawn with Shooting Stars? Do you remember the living on the floor in Belsize Park? I don't know where that is. Do you remember dancing in stilettos in the snow? In January 2023 I organised a Kaylee party for my partner. In this footage is actually Rab and Jerry with their partners having a Kaylee. Well, naturally the one-offness of that event led me on to start to think about the nature of reality.
358, post-anthropocène.
I didn't really mind when AI was correcting my spelling, but now there's all this AI generated art and things like NVIDIA eye contact. It seems like things are setting up to start to get properly weird, which is why I'm talking over this cracking bit of filmmaking in the background here called Rehousing Technosphere. It's on Vimeo if you want to check it out. But thinking about AI and seeing how quickly things progress, I'm thinking, how long is it before we play a completely AI generated video game? I genuinely think it will be about 3 weeks. We were absolutely blown away this month to get sent a free PlayStation VR 2 headset. This is some kind of walking sim thing that's on the VR PS2. It's just I expected it to be sharper than this, like I expected more detail. Let's state that stupid wee bird. Who created the asset for that stupid wee bird? I actually don't think even the textures are even very good. I think that's supposed to be, is it wood or stone? The colours are they're not as good as they should be, I think. I don't know what that's meant. That looks like a glitch or something that's in the game. That trees squint. The moon's out even though it's daytime. That's stupid, that doesn't happen. Unless it's supposed to be some kind of alien planet on the moon. That's really quite disappointing. For the amount of money that they're charging for this thing. Plus also nothing's happening. Nothing's really happening. I know it's a walking sim, but they can never get water right, can they? They can never get water right. Like, you can tell that's fake. The sound's pretty good, but you can definitely tell that's fake. Aye, really below par and disappointing. This is probably developers' names or something that are coming up there. Probably. How could so many people have spent time making just this? I mean, there's nothing even to it. There's nothing to it.